want to check and make sure everything is correct.
Right. Do you know I've gone to the good mic?
Alright, I think we're good. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Aero League Racing Tier 2. I'm your last minute commentator, Bloodwave. Hero here to save the day once again, and I am joined by my good friend and very nice driver, very nice person, Adam Millsley. Say hi, Millsley.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Good to be here on the channel, back again.
I think the last time we did
should be good.
The last time we did duo comms was on, I believe it was the event that we had, the Nations Cup, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I was absolutely abysmal. So
yeah, it was
hoping for better.
Nah, but
I mean, from my performance.
Well, you'll do fine. I'm not worried. And besides, anyway, it's a new game. Mostly new drivers. We have quite the stacked Tier 2 for you guys this time around. Lots and lots of quick drivers and a good amount of familiar faces as well. So, yeah, we're set for a very interesting race. This is obviously round 1 of Season 13. This is the first race. This alongside with Tier 4. We run those both actually on Thursdays. So yeah, we're kicking the season off with Belgium. Very nice track. At least I like to think so.
Yeah, I think this should be very good for racing. I think, especially I mean, looking up and down the grid, you don't really see anyone that's particularly a dirty driver, but I think this is a good one for people who are maybe that way inclined.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I think this grid is looking stacked. I mean, Big Bambino 27, Alu Palu 22, and Italiano Rigo in Tier 2.
Yep.
What is going on?
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe it, mate. Honestly, I can't.
Nah, this is the second season in a row that this guy has scammed himself out of Tier 1, but regardless, he'll have Big Bambino down here to keep him company, and it's not going to be easy to try and beat him, because we know how quick Bambino is.
No, I know you discussed it in the tier reveal video, but I think he is probably the favourite to win. I think everyone's got to... Everyone's got to give him the credit, because he just is quick. Like, there's just no denying it.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm very excited. A good opening event to watch, I think.
Yeah, it
and
should
Tier
be
4 as well. You can also check that out on the channel. Should be good fun. Right then, so
almost
let's talk
into
qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying. I know that Rigo has a lot of pace across one lap. He had, I believe, a 41.2, was it? Something like that, in time trial.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Bambino was matching that or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and see, because it's a mystery, you know, it's a new game. A lot of people, this is their first time driving, so we don't really have a nice idea of what the order will be compared to last game, because it's really shaking things up.
Yeah. So, predictions for the top 3. Should we go? Who do we think? I'll start with you, because you know more than me.
Okay, I would have to... I would definitely put Bambino to get pole. Rigo might be up there as well. Alu, he's always strong. Rollerula as well. You know what? I'm going to talk about Rollerula for a second, because I raced him just a little while ago, and he is blistering. Like, he is so fucking quick. And I have a good feeling that he could put his car in a nice position for this race, actually.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Bambino for pole. I think, you know, I mean, he was top of Tier 1 on the last game, so, you know, if that's any indication. After that, I think you're right. I would maybe throw I would put Alu sort of like third, fourth. I don't think he's the strongest qualifier, but I think he's definitely like up there.
Right.
I think on raw pace, he's maybe not your guy, but I think on, consistency, not having accidents, I think you've got to put. I think he's definitely a strong one. I'm gonna make a bit of a shout. I'm gonna say Jaguar Power.
Right.
For high up.
Yeah.
Because he's been in tier 1 before.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, quite regularly, I seem to remember. And I think he's done sprint as well. He was pretty quick then as well. So I'm gonna say Jaguar Power to finish third, and I didn't say second. I'll put Rigo second.
Yeah.
Rigo's rapid. So
It's not about show with Jaguar
right.
Power. He's always just been really quick, and let's hope that he can show that today. But for now, we have the first driver about to start their lap. It is Hype Schloss in the Mercedes, so I'll take you through this lap. DRS wide open as he approaches turn 1, the Mercedes car, and he brakes around the 50-meter board, and a bit of a lock-up, it looked like, almost on the rear, but he carries nice speed onto the exit curb, and now he's headed towards one of the most famous corners in the entirety of F1. He goes through Eau Rouge and up to the top of Radion and onto the back of the Camel Straight. DRS should be opening any second now, and it does. It's going to be reaching top speeds of around about 345 kilometers an hour as he brakes now for the 50-meter board and carries a good amount of speed through the first part of Le Comte. And now we'll just ride on board with him as he approaches the start of the second sector. Yeah, nice. Ooh, a bit on the grass there, a bit too much to the
a
inside.
little bit onto the grass, yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have braked too early there, but let's see if he can carry the momentum a bit more for the rest of this lap. Goes through Pouin, very nice indeed.
I think that was a bit safe, but it is that one.
I mean, with grass on your tires, as we have yellow flags in sector 3. Overall, it looks like a bit of a more safe approach. He's not really taking to the exit curbs as much as most would. But
no, I think that's what you'd expect, right?
yeah, I mean, first lap. Yeah.
So I've never seen this guy race before. Is he a quick one?
I haven't either. I believe he might be new.
Yeah, I don't recognise the name, so I think it's new.
Yeah, maybe the name just isn't coming to me as... Ooh, he invalidates at the last turn. That is unlucky from him. But now we have Rigo approaching the line. Let's see what he can do for his banker. Italiano Rigo up to the line. He sets a 42.3, and that is the benchmark for the rest of the drivers. I Am Groot in the Williams in the back sets a 43.0. Hallinan with a 43.9. That is not a very good lap, but hopefully he'll be able to improve. Alu Palu puts in a 42.4, moves himself up into second. So yeah, I believe
definitely a strong lap by Rigo. I think Alu and Roller definitely demonstrate that.
Yeah, that'll stand. I think
we always expected Rigo to be strong.
Yeah, very solid banker lap from him. Yeah, I mean, just Rollerula and Alupalo just couldn't really beat it on their first attempts, but they'll be looking to improve a bit more.
But even so, I mean, they're only 0.2 off, less than 0.2 off.
That's marginal. Yeah, you can always make that up.
For the opening race of this game, you can't expect much more than that. As Trems,
puts in a good lap. He goes speed 4 with a 42.8.
Impressive.
Very nice lap.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy before. Oh, and there we go.
Whoa. There it is. Big Bambino with the fastest lap so far moves himself up into provisional pole with a 41.988. It's a hell of a lap from him.
Very good lap. That's very impressive, yeah.
Especially on the first attempt, very solid.
Yeah, I mean that is for qualifying, for short qualifying levels amount of grip. That's an insane lap. That's a very strong lap to be less than just 2 seconds off the world record around this track. In a qualifying on your first lap is not. Is no mean feat. Is that what they say? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, very impressive. English ain't my first language. That's a lie. It is.
Pretty sure it is. I was gonna say.
It definitely is. But alright, fair enough. Who's next over the line?
Next over the line, I believe it is. I don't know if Pyro's on a fast lap or not, but I'm on board with him anyway. I think he might be starting his lap. Nope, he's heading into the pits.
Yeah, Yeah, it looked like an in-lap.
So, Stell in chat is saying Hyped was fighting for wins in Tier 1 2019, 2020, or 2021. Like, 3
Really?
years. Yeah. I think...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is that Tier 1? Yeah, it is Tier 1. Wow, that's impressive. We have a bit of an
I've
ALR
never
OG
seen
in
him
here.
before. Ah. Like maybe because we're relatively new.
Yeah.
We don't know them.
Yeah, we haven't been around
impressive
that long.
nonetheless. Now, we're new here, guys. Come on. Some respect. Right. Hyped is on a lap, I think. Oh no, he's out of lap. Never mind.
Yep. I think we have Jack Kings on a lap, so I'm gonna ride on board with him for this one. Or maybe he finished his lap, I'm not sure. We have the Naked Champ on a lap down in P17. Goes fastest through Sector 1. That's impressive.
Yeah, wow, he is cooking.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
It's nice and tidy through Lecomte there. It looks like a much better Sector 2 this time around.
Looks tidy, yeah.
Yeah, he's looking good.
It's gonna be quite good.
Keeps him. Ooh, as we have a spinner there.
Like
I believe
Aston. Oh no, Alpine.
I think that was a Williams, maybe. I'm not sure.
Nah, it's too light blue. It was an Alpine of Slimmy, I think it was.
Right.
Parked right on Poo. That's a bit of a risky one.
Yeah, but he seems to have made it through clearly. He did not set the fastest Sector 2 time that we've had so far, but he's still on for a decent laps, it seems like. Just a couple corners left to negotiate. So now he heads into the final bust-up chicane, keeps it nice and tight, nails the apexes, and it's a straight line to the checkered flag, and Naked Champ sets a 142.5. That is a good lap from him. Moves him right behind his teammate in P5. Yeah, it's impressive from him.
Yeah. And so who's the seeded one of these two? I'm assuming Roller.
I believe it is, yeah. But both of them putting up a nice performance.
That's pretty impressive to be so close together. Admittedly, one's on their second lap, but even so, nice little pair in there.
So yes, Bambino is not available on Sundays, which is why he's racing in Tier 2.
Hyped back across the line.
First
good lap.
Ooh, moves himself up to P10 with a 43.0. Yeah, we have quite a few people on a lap, actually.
I'd say 0 laps. Is that a glitch?
I think it is, yeah.
How does that work?
I'm not sure, dude.
Confusing. Right.
So we have Alu Palu and Italiano Rigo both on a lap right now.
Well, you know what? That is exactly the top 3 you predicted. So, you know what? I think that's very impressive.
Yeah, I think if there's nobody here who's gonna shock us, then yeah, I think you've earned yourself a beer or something.
Why was you the caller, mate, not me?
Right, so...
well, fair play. Ooh, is that an Alpha just about to cross the line? And it pits. Never mind.
No, but Alu Palu is currently on a stormer of a lap. He set the fastest middle split that we've had so far, and I believe if he carries this forward, he could potentially get on provisional pole over here.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's definitely actually cooking it through here. Nice apex.
Nice through there.
Power. Smooth. Very smooth.
See what he can do. Ooh! Wow. 11 thousandths separating him and Bambino. And now we wait to see Italiano Rigo cross the line. Never mind, he hasn't validated, and he'll be going for another run. Wow. Alupala really impressing us here. That's a stonker of a lap.
Yeah, that's very strong for...
And we also have Bambino not improving.
Should beat it too.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like Bambino's going to improve his lap on this run, so...
Do you reckon he might just pit?
Yeah, I mean, he has to. It's 6 minutes left. Yeah, and he darts into the pits.
Pyro? What?
Whoa! Pyro!
To fourth.
What a lap from him, right behind his teammate. Look at that! We have teammates so close in pace this time around. We have Italiano Rigo in the Haas in P3 and his teammate Pyro right behind him in P4. Both of them setting really good laps there. That's very impressive.
Wow. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, same. So we'll check in on Italiano Rigo. I believe he's or at least one of the only people still on a lap. So he heads into the second sector and he invalidates again. That is unlucky. Should be heading...
But he's got another run.
Yeah, he definitely does if he goes straight into the pits now. Yeah, the chat the chat is hyped for Alu. There.
Yeah. You know what? I am too. Alu. Oh no, V2 Alu. What that means?
I'm not gonna explain what that means.
You know, V2, what, did I just say something bad or something?
Yes.
Well, like bad? Like...
Well, it's not bad, but I don't think it's fit for the YouTube channel.
Stay back. What's that about, man? Come on. Jeez. I mean, you can't be making me say those things. Jeez, I don't know. What language is that?
That is Finnish.
Oh. You've tricked me. That's not fair.
Right, so everybody's in the pits. Soon we'll see everybody going out for their final runs. I think we already have... He says it's a positive V2, guys. Alright. That's better
then. So, I think we're not going to see much going on for a little bit until the drivers all come up for their last runs.
Yeah, it should be around 3 minutes, 30 seconds till we see anybody else come out for the runs. I believe... Is Haaland on the lap here? No, I think he just finished the lap. Okay, what are these camera angles?
He's got quite a way to go. He is not going to get a lap.
Oh, he is cutting the track. That is not allowed at all, unfortunately.
No. No, I'm sorry though, guys. The stream didn't catch it, sorry. Whoops. Don't know what that was.
I'd love to give him a pass, but I'll have to see if he does it again. Hopefully he doesn't. Keep it clean.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't see anything. Whoops.
Yeah, now he's driving fine.
There's nowhere else to cut. we missed the big cut points. We only got one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it onto a lap anyway, so it'll have no effect.
Yeah.
He was, that's correct.
Yeah, and he insists that he's not tier 2 pace, but he's not that far off of these guys. I just don't think he's getting a clean lap together, and I doubt that this is the best that he can do anyway, so hopefully we'll see more from him in this session.
The pace in this game is so track subjective though, like, look at, who was it, Stable was saying that Hyped was tier 1, top of tier 1 pace a couple of games ago. Yeah, he's P11, so I mean,
yeah,
you can rank calendar based on one race, but I think you've got to look for other performances first. Right,
so,
who are you watching then?
I am on Rollerula, the first person to set his final lap of the session.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Quite excited. This is the first qualifying I've ever watched it.
Really?
on a stream, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. Royal's got that nice little fuel-saving technique. Warm the tyres. I like it.
Yep.
Drag the brakes. We banned in iRacing. Lucky we're not there.
Yep. This is F1. F1 23. Much better than... Wow. Okay.
Ah! Oh, I'm not sure about that one, son. Whoa.
Right then.
Controversial.
Rollerula to start his final lap of the session. He's currently P5. Will be looking to improve his position up quite a bit as he brakes for turn 1. Keeps it in second gear towards the exit. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Seems to have gotten a bit of a decent exit there. And now he's heading up Rouge and Radion and approaching the Camel Straight. This is... I believe if you count Rouge and Radion, it's one of the longest straights on the calendar. But I don't think we are counting that as he heads now into Le Combe, brakes again at the, I believe it's the 100-meter board. Yeah, purple Sector 1. This is looking to be a good lap for him if he can keep it together in Sector 2, which he seems to be doing quite nicely at the moment, but let's try not to give him the commentator's curse here.
No. He's going to be good.
Yep.
Ooh,
nice and stable, though. Yeah, it's still looking pretty good. So now he heads to Pouhon. Almost flat as he gives it a big lift. Doesn't really mess with the track limits too much there, which he might come to regret later. He could have definitely run it a bit more wide, and now he heads through the middle twisty part of this circuit, lets the car flow over the curbs, and now brakes for this next one. A very important exit onto the long back straight, which he seems to have nailed. Sets the fastest Sector 2 time of anybody so far, and 4/10 up.
Aero in P2 has spun.
He's spun.
On his lap. So he will not improve, yeah.
Okay, so no more improvements coming in from Alu Palu, as now we can see Rollerula approaching the final corner of this track. Let's see what time he can put up. Will it be enough for pole as he opens up DRS and heads towards the line? It's good enough for P3, 142.006. Very nice lap from him. As now further behind we have the McLaren, I believe, of Zab, and he has invalidated. Let's take a look at the Naked Champ now approaching the line. And he sets a 142.484, good enough for P5, but will that time stand with other people behind improving? As now I Am Groot goes into P7 with a 142.6, and his Williams teammate with a 141.4. I don't think anybody's going to be challenging that lap too much, as Pyro goes ahead of his teammate for now with a 142.3. Rigo out across the line and beats his teammate. Yeah, good lap from him. 142.064 as Alu Palu takes the checkered flag. He spun on his final lap, but it was still good enough for P2 in the end. So it's a very strong effort from him. Last person across the line, Slimmy Cam. What can he do? He stays 10th. Right then.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was... I think I was a bit more accurate on my predictions than you there, right?
Well, I said Bambino first. I did say Alu would be lower, and he ended up second. So,
right.
Maybe not. But you know what? I think that was predictable. I mean, look at the gap.
Yeah, I mean,
jeez, that is
5.5 tenths. Right, so Big Bambino on pole, Alu Palu P2, Rollerula P3, Rigo P4, and Pyro wraps up your top 5 for the Belgian Grand Prix. Right, yeah, interesting one. I think most people are where we expected them to be.
I think Bambino as the core pole was very good. Jaguar Power P6, you know, I did say he would be high up. I did say be slightly higher. But you know what? I'm sticking by that call. I think that was pretty good. I think I'm going to make a very bold claim, and he's not going to enjoy it. But I'm going to say Pyro spins turn 1.
Ooh.
No, I'm joking. Where am I?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's Pyro. Come on.
Is formation lap disabled?
Yes, it is.
Should be.
Yeah, but, we're going to go straight into the action.
Okay. Alright, well, I will let you do the first lap, mate. It's all you.
Alright. Perfect.
41.4 pole. Yeah. Very true, Caesar. Very true. 41.4 pole. That's barely slower than most of the Tier 1 drivers' TT time. Yeah, it was. It was. There is levels to this game, and Bambino is on his own, I think. It's safe to say.
It's a nice way to put it.
But you know what? Yeah. Impressive. But we knew he was going to do it.
But will he be able to keep it together in the race is the big question now. Because that DRS is so powerful as we have the red lights turning on. 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. It looks like Bambino got the initial best launch out of the front 3, but Rollerula is going to be challenging Alupalu up the inside. No, he's not. Backs out of it, and now Italiano Rigo around the outside makes a move on Rollerula and gets himself up into P3. Wait to see at the back, Halnan losing positions, Zab losing positions, both the McLarens dropping down just a little bit, but Bambino out in front looks to be clear at the moment. But Rigo is going to be using that battery, is going to try and make a move on Alupalu. Down the inside of the Camel Straight he goes on the medium tires. Will he be able to get the position? And he seems to have gone a bit deep, but yes he does. He moves himself up into P2 as we have a virtual safety car now. Right.
Yeah, pretty crucial. There was a big incident involving I Am Groot, Hyped, I don't even know how you say that word, and Slimmy Cam all through a rouge. They had a big contact.
Yeah, Slimmy Cam does not have a front wing on his car.
I would be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
That was a big hit. Neither does... So oh yeah, okay, maybe just damage to Slimmy.
Yep. But it looks like Bambino currently is second clear of Rigo. Seems to have gotten the best, made the most of that first lap.
Yep, definitely a pivotal move by Rigo, getting past the hard runner of Alu, because he was just going to hold him up otherwise.
Yep.
Good for his strategy. So let's have a look at the tyres, shall we? Anything interesting?
So
I'm naked champ on softs.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. He's starting on softs, and I'm not sure if that's the best strategy for this race. His tires are going to be complaining by the end of the 3rd lap. So
I think it's definitely not the right call. But you know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah,
but it's a bold strategy, and it might just work. Who knows?
Well, if it pays off, then. Yeah, I mean, you never know in league racing with safety cars and all, so as the virtual safety car has ended and Bambino is away, 7/10 is his gap to Rigo, so I think Rigo might have gotten the better of the restarts between the two. As Halnan goes into the pits, I believe Slimmy Cam will be following shortly, as we have another yellow flag. I believe that is Slimmy Cam again. So the grid looks quite spaced out at the moment. I mean, there's quite a few gaps between everybody.
Yeah, quite a big gap from Zab down to his teammate Salieri, but I mean that's to be expected, I suppose. After a restart.
Yep.
Pretty good from Alu. He's keeping nice and close to Rigo, which is basically what you want if you're running the hard tyre first, because it's going to be a little bit slower off the line. What do you think for strategy? Do you think hard medium is faster, or do you think medium hard is faster?
So if safety cars don't play a factor in this race, then the hard medium will always be clear, just because the tire advantage in this game, when you have fresh tires compared to used ones, it's just so much more extreme, and especially on lower fuel, you can push the car a lot harder. So I think the hard runners, if safety cars don't have anything to do with it, should be seeing a lot of benefits, as we have the Salieri right on the back of his teammate Zab. They should be doing a bit of a swap around, as Zab is on the hard tire compared to his teammate on the mediums. But yeah, we'll wait to see if team orders...
expected down this straight, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends if team orders play a factor here.
Quite a gap though. Oh, no, he's definitely lifting through there.
Yep.
And that's nice teamwork.
Yeah, that's great to see. We love to see teammates working together like that. And now Zab can try and follow his teammate around, and they can try and close the gap to the pack. As we have Italiano Rigo, so that's the fastest lap of the race. He's not entirely losing touch with Bambino here, which is crucial for his race. Alupalu, however, has dropped off a bit, and that's not what he wants. He wants to stay in the DRS of those medium runners and just get pulled along by them, kind of. Right, further back we have Pyro, and I believe that is the Naked Champ. Yeah, Pyro's getting swallowed up practically by two drivers. He loses 2 positions on the Camel Straight. And the Naked Champ and Trems move themselves up past the Haas driver. That's a bit unfortunate for Pyro, as we have Jack Kings now getting past Zab into Lecom. DRS is so powerful around this track that really it's just a matter of who's behind, and if you can stay behind somebody till the last few laps, then that's practically it. There's not much you can do in terms of defending on the straight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've spelled it out nicely there. Basically the only way to win this race is to be behind on starting the final lap or build a nice gap towards the final. Oh, jeez, my voice.
Don't worry, I'm having the same. It's fine.
Excuse me. I'll repeat that. Basically, the only 2 ways to win is to be behind on the final lap, or build a nice big gap for yourself so you're out of DRS, because it is just so powerful on this game. And that is exactly what Rigo and Bambino are doing.
Look at DDK, close on the back of the Red Bull. He's going to try and move around the outside of the bus stop chicane, and he gets the position on mini turns. That is a lovely move from DDK in the Ferrari, but now he's given mini turns the DRS behind him. As a matter of fact, both of them have DRS, so I think DDK will live to see another day. That is a great move from him around the outside.
Yeah, very tidy stuff. Got a little bit untidy on the exit. Maybe trying to keep that lead, but I think he'll be alright down the straight. Very good.
Yeah. Lovely
from him. In other words, Jack Kings, not a million miles away from Salieri on the Heart.
As we also have Rigo just a 10th off, and I think the Aston Martin teammates may be swapping around as Trems is going to try and get involved in this as well. He's trying his luck around the outside, and he gets the position ahead of Rollerula, so now it's the Aston Martin on the softs leading the two of them, and Trems says, thank you very much, I'll have a position for myself as well.
Yeah, very good. And can I give a big shout out to Jaguar Power? What did I say?
Oh,
what
wow.
Did I say? I said he would be up. Oh, as Salieri is out.
Oh, that's going to be a safety car, surely. Yes, it is. He had a spin down at... just on the approach to No Name and probably hit the inside wall. It's very unfortunate for him, as we have a safety car now, and that really mixes things up for strategy, right?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. I think we're definitely going to see, well, maybe not definitely, but I would expect to see Naked Champ come in.
Yeah.
Because those softs, after the restart, those softs are going to be dying. So he should be paying straight away. I don't know what the call is. Do you reckon he goes to hards and tries to stick it out to the end? Or
I mean,
mediums, right?
If he wants to try a two-stop, he could potentially try that, but the grid is so close together. As we see, is that a Haas starting into the pits? Yes, it is. Italiano Rigo goes into the pits. Jaguar Power as well, the Naked Champ, Trems, all 4 of them coming into the pits. Wow, I believe half the grid is boxing here. That's very unexpected, because you want to be on those mediums as long as possible, but I'm
interested to see what Champ and Naked Champ is holding up Roller, but he is on the halt.
That's not what you want to see.
So our resident tyre expert BR4 has said hards can make it easily. So definitely a good gamble made by Naked Champ then.
I believe they can make it easily, but is it worth it? Like, is it quicker? That's the thing.
Well, you've got to think. Risk of another safety car and tyre wear are your 2 big enemies here.
Yeah.
Is this a high wear track? I would say it's not low.
Yeah, it's not the lowest.
Massively high.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a little bit early for the hards.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Bambino is counting on another safety car, because we've had essentially 2 in 5 laps, right? So if we have one later, it might play into Bambino's hands a lot better. And I believe everybody who stayed out was probably thinking the same thing.
For Alu, it's a no-brainer. He has to stay out, and he has done.
Everybody on
Bambino,
the hards.
I think Bambino, it's got to go between Rigo or Bambino now. I think you've got to take Alu out of it, because that has really screwed him over.
Yeah, another thing to consider is that Rigo's only P6, so he hasn't lost out a lot. It was, ooh, the Ferrari of DDK nearly into the back of Alupalu under safety car there. That got a bit close.
Yeah. It did. Ironically, most of the front of the grid pitted, but most of the back didn't.
Yep.
Because DDK Jag Kings hyped. They were all towards the back, and they've stayed out. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, hyped. You know what? Maybe the gamble works, but I think I think running hards is going to be very slow towards the end.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we'll see.
Yep. Fuel catches up, I
Alu
believe.
should have pitted too.
Yeah, I mean...
Stel Repa says Alu should have pitted, but what to? What should he have pitted to?
If he went onto the mediums, that would be around about, what, like 16 laps on the mediums? I mean, that's just asking for a bit too much, isn't it? Surely he'd drop off a lot, especially compared to all the hard runners behind him.
Yeah,
and
I think you're right.
Track position isn't insanely important as on this track, as it's pretty easy to overtake as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Why? So he pits for mediums and ends up 6th and has Rigo on the hards ahead of him? I just don't think that... I don't know. I don't think that works.
He would have the pace advantage for the first few laps, that's for sure, but after that, it's just a matter of time before they catch you back up again.
It's too long a stint to count an advantage like that, I think. Because I mean, he's not going to gain any position. Well, he might gain a few, I suppose, but I don't see why he should have pitted. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, Stel's got a point. He's
Yeah,
gonna
I guess
have
he
to
is
pit
right.
again, anyways. But at least, yeah, no, he's right. It's a toss-up, I think.
Especially when you're driving,
that
it's
is-
so hard to keep all these things in consideration. It's a lot easier for us as commentators and spectators to make the judgments, but
Yeah. And
being in
also,
the
he's
cockpit
right. He was right
yourself-
at the front anyway.
Yeah,
So he would have no idea who behind him was going to pit. He might pit and no one else does.
right.
In which case, no way he has the advantage. If he's behind everyone.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I think he should have stayed out. I think, given what he knew, he should have
Yeah.
stayed out.
I believe we should see the safety car come in at the end of this lap, or maybe the next, but I have a feeling it might be this lap.
Yeah, I think so. So. Predictions for the restart. What do we think?
Well, you still have the tire advantage for Bambino, and there you go, safety car in this lap. Yeah, I think everybody behind on fresher tires is going to want to go for the attack straight away. They do not want to be held up by any of the people on old tires, so
Yeah.
we might see some nice overtakes from the likes of Rigo, Jaguar, Trems, Pyro, maybe Rolla as well. But we'll wait to see
Yeah,
when
I
Bambino
think
decides to
I think
go. now.
hyped and Jag Kings are going to get swallowed a bit here, I think. Which is a shame. But
Yeah, I mean, old mediums. As I think Bambino has gone. Has he? Yes, he has. As he goes through the final corner, might have caught somebody napping a little bit. No, he hasn't actually. Alupalu is right on the back of him, and DDK close behind, and DDK spins out and hits the wall, and he has broken his front wing. That is not good for him at all as he enters turn 1. He's not going to have any downforce through here, and immediately that puts Jag Kings right on the back of him. Everybody kept it very nice and tidy through that safety car restart, it seems, except for the Ferrari.
yeah, and crucially, DDK has got to go the whole lap without a front wing, so he is going to be. He is going to be suffering.
That's going to be hurting him throughout.
Yeah, he's going to be slow and has to pit, surely. Because, I mean, that is... Oh, you know what? He's only got end plate damage. He could stick it out.
Well, damage is considerably worse on this game, I think, compared to last. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see as immediately Jag Kings now through the high downforce section is trying a move, but not quite there yet. And instead, Hyped is going to go down the inside of Jag Kings towards Puon, and he gets the position before they reach the corner. And now Rigo's going to want to try something as well as Jag Kings goes
Nicely
a bit
done.
wide, and Rigo makes the move and gets past him. And now he has the Red Bull of Jaguar all over the back of him as well, and Jaguar around the outside of Rigo as well, maybe. These guys are really going at it as now they navigate their way through DDK and make the pass on him as well. Jaguar is really hurting behind this Ferrari. But yeah, that was opportunist from Rigo, who moves himself up into P4 in the space of like 2 corners, and Hyped even better gets himself up into P3.
Yeah.
That's very impressive from him. But it looks like Rigo is straight away going to be on the attack as he goes towards the bus stop chicane. Going to try and move around the outside, breaks a bit earlier than him, but he's able to carry the momentum, and the outside turns into the inside as Rigo and Hyped going side by side through the final corner. Looked like Hyped got maybe a better exit through there, as Rigo is going to have the outside line for turn 1. Will he be able to keep the position? I don't think so. Hyped kind of squeezes him out of it,
defending.
and now Jaguar trying to move up the inside of Rigo. Are they going to go side by side into Eau Rouge? It looks like it. Nah, Jaguar just
that
backs
was
out.
tidy.
Yeah, that was a smart move
I
from
think
him.
that had disaster written all over it for Rigo.
But Rigo now
you know
making the
what?
move on Hyped, and he gets him. And Jaguar also trying it down the inside of Hyped, and it looks like he just nips ahead of him now, and Trems as well looking at the back. These guys are really providing us with some really good racing over here. This is great to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they are pushing the limits, but they're being clean, which is exactly what we're going to see. I mean,
Yeah,
that was very, very respectful from Jaguar backing out through Eau Rouge there. I think that was the smart move, and it paid off.
yeah.
He has made it up to P4. Impressive. Don't count him out. I think we could be seeing a Jaguar power challenging for a win, as Trems is looking on around the outside on Hyped. You might want to catch that.
Yeah, not quite able to make it work on this occasion, but I'm sure he'll have another go going towards the bus stop chicane, as they're all so close to each other, as the Naked Champ is now close on the back of Trems. Does not get the best exit out of that corner, though. Maybe a bit of a slide, but he'll still be close enough, as we have Rollerula and Jag Kings going at it, and Rollerula gets the position ahead of him. Trems now going to try and move maybe around the outside. No, he doesn't. Breaks just a bit too early and decides to stay behind on this occasion. So we have Zab dropping down the order a bit.
Dear. Trems has half spun it out of the final corner and has lost about 5 places.
Yeah, that's not
Unlucky.
good.
That is unlucky.
Yeah, he gets passed by both the Aston Martins there. So much action I can barely keep up.
Yeah, I know, right? Where are we looking now? So, Jag not a million miles away from Rigo and in DRS.
Yeah, but we also have Rollerula and the Naked Champ going at it. Will they try maybe a swap around, as Rollerula's going to look for a move around the outside? Doesn't quite open up for him. His teammate defending from him. They're both on the same strategy, so I assume they're both free to race at this stage. I think we had a bit of a snap from somebody at the back there. I believe it might have been mini turns, as I'm Groot is now trying to move around the outside of him, and the outside turns into the inside for No Name, but he just tucks in behind, and they both live to see another day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one was boring.
I mean, already on this game, and now Mini Turns is going to try for a move down the inside of Trems, and and I'm Groot's now going to look for a move around the outside that turns to the inside onto the long back straight, and I'm Groot gets the position ahead of Jag Kings. Jag Kings losing 2 positions there in the space of 2 corners, as we have a yellow flag. I am not sure what that's for, but
I have no idea, you know?
yeah, I think we're good.
Yep, no clue. Right.
Right, so Trems on the back of both of the Aston Martins once again. Leading this train actually Hyped. He's under pressure a bit from Pyro. Pyro might be looking to have a move, as he does go a bit deep, and Pyro looks for it down the inside but doesn't quite get it just yet. He's going to have the benefit of DRS all the way through the Camel Straight if he can keep that gap nice and tight. It looks like he's able to do so. Just 3.5 tenths coming up the top of the hill now. Pyro DRS wide open for him. This should be an easy pass, as Hyped weaves to try and break the slipstream, but Pyro has none of it. Goes clean around the outside, and now even the Naked Champ trying to move down the inside as Ooh, Hyped goes straight on at Lecombe, and yeah, as a result, I think loses about like 7 or 8 positions there. It's not what he wanted at all, but it benefits Pyro, who's
At least
through
no damage.
Now. Yep, could have ended worse.
Jaguar, pretty close to Rigo still. Only about 4.5 tenths now.
Mm-hmm.
Tidy little pace from Jaguar. He is racing nicely.
Yeah, we haven't really shown
Like
the
I said he
front
would.
quite a bit after the restart, but that's just because there's so much going on at the back, and I really don't want to miss any of it. But these guys have been running their own little race out in the front. Jagger close on the back of Rigo. He's going to have a real nice shot as we have a yellow flag, and I believe that is for Slimmy Cam, who's had a spin or maybe a crash in that middle sector. It's unlucky for him. But yeah, heading back to Jag and Rigo. Rigo has actually managed to work his way back into the DRS of Alu. That is crucial for him.
Yeah, those fresher hards clearly giving him a bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
But I think Jaguar is going to be sizing up a move now. He has a lot of ERS, around 70%.
Don't forget that Rigo has a DRS.
Has very little.
Rigo still has a DRS.
Rigo has very little ERS.
Oh, right, yeah. Rigo flashing already, it seems. Jagger is sitting pretty back there. But the gap is just a little bit too big to see a move at the moment. Alu weaves to try and break the slipstream a bit.
Yeah. I think Rigo's got a nice little line through turn 1. He pulled out a big gap.
So we have many turns going for a move around the outside of I Am Groot, and he gets the position heading into Lecombe. That's well done from him. I Am Groot did good there to minimize positions lost, because we know that once drivers get in the DRS, it's so easy to pass, like multiple drivers just going through your outside, to your right, to your left, everywhere, just passing you into the chicane. But he managed to minimize the damage, only lose 1 position there.
Yeah, the Camel Straight is a bit of a hotspot for that, I think, at the moment. I don't expect many more passes anywhere away from there, just because that is the best place to get past someone.
Mm-hmm.
Strong race from Trems. He is nicely stuck to the back of Roller.
Mm-hmm. That train, of course,
is very quick.
Yeah, Rolla is just... He has some great pace, but not quite able to close in on his teammate just yet. Maybe struggling a bit in dirty air. So we have another yellow flag, and that is Slimmy Cam again, I believe.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
So, whoa, Roller and Trems.
Roller and Trems.
Yeah, he makes the move. Well, Trems was trying a move. I don't think he quite got it there.
No. He was behind, and he's still behind, but he's got a lot. And has he closed the gap to Pyro more? I didn't remember seeing there was 4 cars there.
I think we might be seeing a potential move for P3 in this race, as Jaguar is behind Rigo by just 4.5 tenths. Rigo does not have DRS, and he's flashing. Jaguar should try this move as he lifts off to try and stay behind. Yeah. So Naked Champ gets a move around the outside of Pyro on the Camel Straight. Yeah, that's interesting from Jaguar. He's... Ooh, as we have the Naked Champ going off and into the wall, and that is a retirement from him that might see a safety car, and yes, it is a safety car. And that has played beautifully into the hands of Big Bambino and Alupalu. Your top 2 now have the perfect opportunity to pit. Wow.
Yeah. That has thrown a spanner into the works of the Italiano Rigo train.
But that will mean that Rigo is going to be leading this race.
It will, but I don't think he'll stay out. I think he'll pit again. He has to. He has to pit again. That whole train behind him on the same hards are going to get eaten alive by Bambino.
Stell is going to eat his words. He said, unless something crazy happens, Rigo got it easy. That's the curse right there.
Yeah, absolutely. He has to pit Stell. You are right. Well, this is Aero League racing. And as we know, anything can happen. Literally anything.
As obviously we see Bambino head into the pits. I believe Alu will follow him in. Yes, he does. Rigo goes in as well. Jaguar as well.
As does Jaguar.
Pyro staying out. Interesting.
Stays out. Trems pits, mini pits, group pits, Jag pits, Zab pits, Hallinan pits. DDK is a fucking mile away. Wow. Okay.
Alright, so Pyro is now your new race leader, right behind the
Bambino on
Rollo.
softs. Soft.
What?
The hell?
What
the hell? What? Why is he like that? Shit. What? What?
I'm stumped. That would have been.
What the hell?
And
That's gotta be a
Trems
mistake.
as well. No. Has he just? Has he really
Has
just
he made
done
the
that?
blunder of the century, or the what's going on?
Alu Palu on mediums is suddenly in the best position to be winning this race.
Yeah. What the heck? Right, let's put ourselves in Big
All right.
Bambino's shoes.
Yeah.
It is the 13th lap. The safety car will stay out for what? 2 laps.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come in on lap 16. We're gonna have
Softs
16,
last
17,
9
18,
laps.
19, 20, 21, and 22. So that's gonna be 7 laps of racing with the mediums behind him. What?
It's just not the optimal strategy, is it? And as quick as Bambino is, I imagine it would be hard to keep those tires away from a puncture towards the end of the race.
I don't think they're quick for that long. I think Bambino is smoking on something that we aren't smoking on.
Wow.
Well, you know what? He is rapid, so I'm not going to count him out. But it was not what I expected.
If he
Let's
wants
say that.
any shot at this, if there's no more safety cars, if he wants any shot at winning this race, he needs to get past Rolla and Pyro right off the line and then gap everybody by 10
Yeah.
seconds in 3 laps and then just try and hold on. Because other than that, it's going to be very difficult to make this work, especially with the tire wear that he's getting under safety car.
Yeah,
BR4 says
I don't know what his
Bambino
wear
has
is
the
right now.
best strat. Give us some insight, dude. Do you know something that we don't?
Yeah, are you smoking on that? Are you smoking on that Bambino pack as well? I'm definitely not.
Well, Buma
Wow.
maybe has a point.
Okay.
I think he's just trying to give himself a challenge, you know?
Why? Does he like high blood pressure? What? What? You know what? Okay, fair enough. I will.
Yeah,
it was
in
still
before
right.
Bambino just absolutely smokes everybody and we have to eat our words, right? It's gonna happen.
But he can't pull that much of a gap. He's got Alu right behind him. The second he gets... Alright, okay, he will probably clear Pyro and Roller quite easily. Then he's got, 7 laps to run on that soft, which are terrible around this track.
More. If the safety car comes in this lap, it's 8, plus the 2 laps he drove under safety car.
What was he on before? Was he on mediums?
No, I mean, still, yeah, he would have been on hards, but hards aren't that slow. Like, especially for a driver like Bambino, it's a safer option. Him on hards would be quicker than most people behind on softs. Or on
Yeah,
mediums
but that's
anyway.
what I'm saying. He was 5/10 quicker in qualifying. You could just whack the hards on and just trundle, and he'd be alright.
Well,
The
this is a
mediums
decision
do
he's
not
made.
give you.
You'll have to live with it.
Yeah, you know. I respect it. The guy knows what he's doing, so I'm. He's won Tier 1 races and I haven't.
Yep.
So why should I doubt him?
That's a nice way to put
I'm
it.
in no position. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just know Alu and Rigo behind are going to be licking their lips looking at this. This is
Yeah,
a very
they are.
good situation for them if they don't make any mistakes from here on out. Or if a safety car
I
doesn't throw a
heard
spanner in this.
Italiano Rigo's stomach grumble from all the way in Sweden. I heard it. And it told me he's hungry. He wants to win.
Right, so we'll have to see just how hungry
Pyro.
he is.
I think Pyro is going to give us the Sergio Perez of ALR.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
As much as he
dump that
can.
battery. Nah, 9 laps. 9 lap parts. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Jeez.
Still does have a point. Rigo was staying close to him on the same tires, but
true.
that was maybe aided with DRS. Bambino's going to have 2 laps to try and get himself out of that DRS window, which he might be able to do, he might not, who knows. One thing's for certain, he's going to be driving the wheels off of that car.
Yeah, so we have 8 laps of Big Bambino absolutely slamming those softs.
Yep.
Can he gap Alu Palu and Italiano Rigo? And can he pass Pyro?
So we wait to see when Pyro goes. He has started now and heading towards turn 1. He gets a good restart, just 4 tenths behind Azrola, and it looks like everybody's keeping themselves clean. Alu straight on the attack of Bambino. He's going to want this position. He needs to get this position if he wants any chance to confirm his race win here today. But Bambino with the superior exit does not look like he's going to be getting past his Jaguar. Is now all over the back of Rigo as well. Might be using a bit of battery. Yes, he is, to try and clear that Haas as quick as he can, but it looks like Rigo might be doing the same. Up in the front, we have Rolla going for a move down the inside. Breaks just that bit later, takes that inside curb and gets a bit out of shape, and that's going to allow Bambino to go through, and Bambino does. That is crucial for Bambino as he makes the move on Rollerula, and so does Alupalu. Now Bambino is going to be straight on the attack for Pyro, but Pyro is going to try and hold him up as much as he can for his teammates. We have... Oh no, we have Italiano Rigo round! No!
He's round. No. Okay.
As we have Bambino down the inside. Already. He's made the move up into P1, and now he needs to try and walk away with this as quick as he can. Alupalu all over the back of Pyro as well. That tire advantage is really coming into play as Pyro goes a bit deep into the chicane, and now Alu on the switchback. Will he be able to make a move around the outside of Pyro?
Surely.
Hangs it out, and yes, he does. Alupalu now up into P2, and Jaguar trying to move down the inside as well. So yeah, I mean...
Who did I shout out? Wow.
You weren't
Great
wrong.
Stuff by Jaguar. That was tidy. Great work.
Yeah, and Rolla and Pyro were the front 2 at the start of this restart, but they've both been swallowed up as, Pyro is round! At the chicane, Pyro has spun out, and Rolla gets the position as well. That is tragic.
A disaster. A disaster class. That was terrible.
That was so bad. Please shut up.
A disaster class. Wow.
Oh my god.
That now. Right, this next lap is crucial for Alu. He needs to close that gap.
As we have DDK and Hyped going side by side into Eau Rouge. As, DDK is round, and he hits the wall. That might mean rear wing damage for him, just couldn't keep it. Gets onto the grass.
Yeah.
So we have Trems, Groot, and I believe Rollerula. Yes, Groot goes around the outside of Rollerula, and now Trems is going to try to do the same, and he just can't hang it out. He needs to get this position as quick as possible. Being on those soft tires gets a bit of a snap there. He's going to have to settle behind as Mini Turns is getting overtaken down the inside by Hyped, and now the Ferrari and Alfa Romeo going side by side into Puon, and it's the Ferrari who's going to come out on top, but Hype is going to try a move down the inside of Jack Kings at Puon, and he gets the position ahead of him, and Mini Turns Opportunist gets the position as well. Jack Kings loses out at 2 positions in the same corner. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this has to be a joke, this race. This has to be a joke.
Please stop. Please.
It's like my very original joke there.
I really don't like it. Please.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that was a strong showing by Haas. They've put on a show there.
Have a look at Trems, maybe trying a move around the outside of Rollerula into the last chicane. Gets on the grass, maybe goes a bit too deep, but that'll help him in getting the position. And tries to hang it down the inside, and yes, he does get the position ahead of Rollerula. Rolla is really getting swallowed up on those old tires, staying out. Maybe not the best of moves from him. As now Hype Slows getting past Rolla again. I'm not sure what's happening back here, but Mini Turns is trying to move on Halanen. And yes, he does get it before Rouge.
Halanen went wide. Halanen went wide at turn 1.
Rolla is really close to the back of Hyped. Jaguar has passed Alu. On the camel straight, he makes the move past, and now Rollerula is going to try around the outside of Hyped into Lecomte on those old tires. He's really not giving this one up, but does he have the grip to get past? They make a bit of contact, and now it's the inside line for the Mercedes, and the Mercedes holds the position.
No, no! What has happened here? Jag Kings has just flown into the wall. What? And a safety car. Oh no! It can't be real. It can't be.
This race.
This has to be a joke.
So we have another safety car here on lap 17, and this once again doesn't play into the hands of Bambino.
Surely not. I mean, what?
Oh my
That's
goodness.
mental.
Well, Booma,
So
I will
all
say
that gap-
that was a hell of a crash. I think even on reduced that warrants a safety car. We had 2 drivers go out and a 3rd driver lose their front wing. It's just such a shame I missed it. There's so much going on at track that it's impossible for me to keep up with all of it.
It is, yeah. Wow. I mean, all that gap Bambino had built has just been closed right back down again.
As Bambino stays out on the softs.
No way. No way. I mean,
He's
surely
really
he's gonna stay out.
committed.
Why would he pit?
So does everybody else practically. Nobody's paying. I assume the Haas boys are going to pit.
Rigo.
No, they don't.
No, well, okay.
Pyro doesn't pit either. Surely he should have. That was almost a free pit stop for him. If he bolted on a set of softs,
Yeah.
2 positions isn't anything. You can make those up really quickly.
Yeah, I think Haas clearly need to sort their strategy out. I don't know if they're talking together, but Rigo.
I assume
what's
they are.
happened there, mate?
Both cars running in the points.
Just about.
You know, it's nice that we got a safety car. I need a breather.
Yeah, mate. My throat killing me. I got shouted.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
It's been a
Jaguar
hell of a
versus
race so far.
Bambino.
Ooh.
Wow.
Jaguar probably most definitely going to have the tire advantage towards the last few laps of this race. Don't count out
Yeah.
Alu as well.
No more gap.
He's been making some really nice
Gap
moves
has
this entire
closed.
race.
I'm gonna make a call. All right.
Yeah.
I've looked into the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
The crystal ball has turned to me and it has said that Jaguar Power will pass Big Bambino on the
Okay.
final lap,
Right.
and Alu Palu may as well. The ball couldn't
Ooh.
decide. It didn't know.
Yeah,
I
give you
think
2 answers.
Bambino will be third.
Wow.
Look,
Hey.
no. Don't question the crystal ball. All right?
Yeah, it's my
Don't
bad.
know.
That's my fault.
I don't even think it could predict this race.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, everything that we've had
Incredible.
so far, we've had overtakes left and right. As Slimmy Camp, did he spin it under safety car? Yes, he did. And he has
he's been
broken
spinning all
his
day.
front wing as well, so...
Oh, not again. Slimmy. And another lap of safety car, quite critically.
Yeah, but it's...
So we are going to get... Correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to get 1 lap of DRS, which will be the final lap.
Yeah, but crucially, this gives... That all plays into the hands of Bambino, who gets to save his tires behind the safety car as well.
Yeah, true, but it's still mileage, and he has closed the gap that he built up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close on pace. I think Bambino is going to be right on the limit, being quicker.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he might just still have the advantage, but he's ahead, which is not where you want to be on the final lap.
I guess from a... I don't know. It just depends if he has the pace to kind of keep Jaguar at arm's length, especially throughout the middle sector. If he can try and keep Jaguar towards like the 7, 8, 10th gap, then with the last lap DRS, I don't think Jaguar is going to be able to make the move on him.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I think we're going to find out. Slimmy boxing again.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, he's done what Pyro should have done.
Yeah.
But,
It's never too late. Pyro
yeah,
could still do
what-
it and make
he
the
was,
time up.
Slimmy was already last, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he pit?
That's a very good question.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of interesting strategy
Wow.
calls going on here. We don't quite understand
No,
them.
you know what? We are not the drivers, so let's
Yep.
not judge.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We're just observers.
It's easier for us to
As-
sit back here and talk our nonsense. Oh, it's Bambino!
Oh, Bambino spun!
Bambino spins it under safety car and loses two positions.
In what world? What on
Bambino
earth?
has quite literally thrown this race away.
He... Oh my goodness gracious! Jaguar Power leads! The crystal ball was right! Oh my god!
Jaguar and
What
Alu
world?
leading this race
Oh,
with the
no.
tire advantage. Bambino is going to be
What?
kicking himself after that.
Oh no! Oh, that is...
Any chance he
Unbelievable.
had, he's just reducing his chances of winning the season opener. The safety car is now going to
Yeah.
come in this lap. Jaguar Power is going to be leading here at Belgium for the, I presume, the final safety car restart of the race.
Wow, okay, so, who's your money on?
I
Jaguar
think-
Power or Alu?
Oh, I think I'd have to give it to Alu. I think Alu's going to win
I
this.
think Alu's in the right place, yeah, I think you're right.
He's in the better
But-
position. It just
Let's
matters.
not count Bambino out.
Yeah,
He is
no,
still
definitely
third.
not. I won't count anybody out of the top four out.
Yeah, I don't know much about I Am Group, but
He's
that's the
been
only
putting
reason I
in
haven't
some nice
mentioned him,
moves
but
this race.
I mean, ultimately, he's basically in the position that Alu and Jag were in, so let's not like count him out.
As now I believe
take away
Jaguar
the
has gone and takes away the restart. Gets a nice 7/10 gap to Alu. Bambino all over the back of Alu once again. 3/10 is their gap, but nothing doing into turn one. Everybody's kept it nice and tidy. There's quite a few big gaps as Alu gets a bit of a snap on the exit, and this is going to put Bambino all over him throughout this back camel straight. 2/10 is the gap at the start. Let's see if Bambino is able to make a move on Alu on the straight. He needs to get past. This is so crucial for his race as Alu goes defensive towards the inside. Bambino is going to try
He's
it around the
going for it.
outside. Will he be able to break later and take the
got the
position
grip?
from Alu? As they make a bit of
Oh, there's
contact and
contact.
Bambino's forced to go wide, cuts the track and keeps the position ahead of Alu. No, he doesn't. Alu Palu on the switchback manages to keep the position ahead of the Williams. And crucially, Alu Palu is now 1.3 seconds behind Jaguar. And this is playing into the hands of Jaguar really well as he's able to just kind of cruise away. And you can tell Bambino just does not have the grip through that middle part to try and keep it on the back of Alu. He's losing time through Puon as well. So now we look
You're
back to see
absolutely
the
right.
Haas drivers and the Red Bulls fighting it out in the middle sector. Rollerula and Pyro going at it. It seems like Rollerula trying a move around the outside of Pyro on the soft tires. Pyro hangs it out as long as he can, but then unfortunately has to concede. And Slimmy Cam as well as
Jaguar crashed!
Jaguar.
No! Alu's taking the lead! What on earth is going on today? He's... What has gone on?
I cannot believe my eyes. Alu Palu is the race leader on lap 21 of 22. 2 laps left to go. Will he be able to hang on from Bambino behind? Jaguar Power unfortunately DNFs. And
What? You can't write it. You can't write it, Bloodwave. You can't write it. What is going on?
Bambino with the better exit is going to try once again for a move on this camel straight through a Rouge. He's so close to the back, just 1/10 behind now as he turns on his ERS. No, he doesn't. He's going to let Alu Palu survive for one more lap. That might be smart from him to try and keep the DRS for the last lap, but Bambino tucks in nicely behind as we have Rolla and DDK going at it, and Rollerula manages to clear DDK with no troubles whatsoever as my audio is a little bit bugged, it seems.
Yep, so is mine.
Great game.
Watch on board. Yeah, cheers, guys. Right, wow. I can't believe it. The crystal ball, it was right for a minute. Wow.
This race at
Commentator's
Belgium
curse.
could not get any crazier. This is one of the most insane
No way.
races I've ever seen at ALR. But right, Bambino keeping that gap nice and tidy and small to Alu Palu. Only 4/10 between the two of them. Bambino has done well to try and save his tires, but he's using a bit of ERS in that middle sector. Probably best to try and save it. As now through the exit, Alu absolutely whoops him on the exit, but it looks like Bambino is going to be using more battery to try and close in. He doesn't want to get too close. He does not want to make the move into the last corner. He wants to stay behind and pass him once and for all at the Camel Straight. Bit of a lift through Blanchimont there.
Lifting, yeah.
Yeah.
Lifting.
They both are as Bambino runs into the back of him. And that's going to unsettle Alu on this last corner. But Bambino, nice as he is, keeps... The gap is... Rigo is up into P4. I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry, Rigo, but I cannot watch that as Bambino taps him again. He just cannot get his braking points right, and that puts a very big gap between him and Alu might be able to hold on towards Lecomte if he drains his entire battery, which he looks to be doing, but so is Bambino, and now with this DRS, he's going to try it around the outside, and this is going to be an easy move for him into Lecomte, and he does clear Alu. Gets the position ahead of him and is leading the race on this final lap. Alu's going to want to try everything to try and get past him once again. Bambino maybe just had just enough in his tires to make them last 9 laps and manages to take the lead on this last lap. Will he be able to hold on towards the end of the race, though, with the final straight towards the bus stop as well? We cannot forget that. This is far from over just yet.
Alu's saving himself. He's going to go for it. Slimmy is out.
Slimmy Cam is out of the race, but we are not going to focus on that at the moment. Now, I would love to ride on board with Alu, but I'm not going to do so because the audio is so bugged.
Yep. I'm Groot's round, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's all about these two now on the final long straight. 5.5 tenths is the gap, but the slipstream is so powerful around here. Will Alu be able to take the position on Bambino? It doesn't look like he's going to be close enough into the bus stop chicane. And Bambino now rounds the final corner. Alu tried everything, but he wasn't quite able to get it today. Bambino crosses the line in first and wins the first race at Belgium. Alu Palu comes home to take P2, and Trems, with an amazing podium, manages to get P3. Hyped in P4, and Italiano Rigo finishes in P5. Rollerula P6, Halnan P7, points on for the Ferrari driver, which he seemed to be struggling in qualifying but did pretty well there. Mini Turns, his first race in Tier 2, manages to get P8, DDK P9, and Pyro rounds off your top 10, or your only 10, I should say.
P10 finishes.
What a race, dude.
What a incredible. I don't think anyone could have called that, but you know what? I have loved watching it, mate. That was incredible.
Dude.
Great stuff.
Wow.
What a race, eh?
Wow.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I think I need to chill for a bit after that one. That was
Jesus.
We had some of the best racing I've ever seen, as well as some of the most surprising incidents and crashes. And if that's anything what the rest of the season is going to be like, then we are in for a hell of a season coming up.
Absolutely, yeah. What a race.
Yeah, what a race indeed.
That was good, mate. Okay, give us our finishes then.
Yeah. I'll skip the podium animation real quick. Right, so Bambino takes the win in the first race. He has taken the win, fastest lap, and pole position, so it's all 3 for him. Alu Palu finishes in P2, P2, I'm tripping on acid right now. Trems in P3. Hyped Flows finishes in P4. Italiano Rigo finishes P5, lost a bit of a position there. Rollerula P6, Halnan P7, Mini Turns P8, DDK P9, and Pyro rounds off your top 10 of point scorers today. And if you enjoyed watching that, then don't forget the sequel is coming up on Sunday, so make sure to tune in for Tier 1.
Yeah, man. Good.
Yes, sir.
Excited.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you again on Sunday.
Bye bye.